I'm Erin McCoy, host of the Real Estate Talk Show, and I am so lucky that I get to interview some of the most amazing people in the real estate industry.
And I'm Simon Giannini. I'm the host of the Real Estate Talk Show, and I've been helping people buy, sell, and invest in real estate for over 30 years.
Well, Simon, of course, we're huge supporters of Habitat for Humanity. And, we get a lot of questions from people about how they can be a part of it. And more importantly, they're not really sure what it's all about. They hear about it, but they don't exactly understand it.
What I hear is, we know about the Restore. We know that Habitat kind of builds homes and people volunteer and they wear the hard hat and do that, but they really don't get the big picture. I think it's important that we educate our listeners on really everything that Habitat's up to.
And of course, encourage everybody to get involved and do their part. So we have Ene Underwood, and she is the CEO of Habitat for Humanity in GTA. So welcome to the show.
Thank you very much. It's great to be here.
Now, you are a very busy lady, and we appreciate you taking the time to come here. And I also know that you appreciate what everybody in the real estate industry has been doing to help out Habitat for Humanity. You want to take a moment just to kind of give your thanks?
People often don't realize how community-oriented the real estate industry is and the building and land development industry. So we benefit from great partnerships in all of these sectors. Building Industry Land Development Association is an 11-year partner with us. They run events for us. They've sponsored 11 homes. They're terrific. And so many of their members are directly engaging with us as donors, volunteers, et cetera. And exactly the same with the real estate industry. TREB, longtime partner with us. And we have organizations like Right at Home Realty, Remax Hallmark are partners with us. So we really benefit from that kind of relationship.
It's huge, isn't it, Ian? And I think we at the Real Estate Talk Show, we had the opportunity now for 2 years in a row to take part in the Habitat for Humanity, the race that was put on, of course, by BILD, the Building Industry and Land Development Association. And what a lot of fun. I mean, they got to come here in the studio, and I like to take, I think we should brag a little bit, Simon, that this is their favorite stop. Right?
Absolutely.
We made them come on air.
Fun, for sure, yeah. And speaking of fun, last night was a lot of fun, too, because we had the event last night put on by Build. And you know what? If we can have fun and make a difference, then it's kind of a no-brainer. All
right. So let's talk about how you yourself, Ian, got involved with the Habitat for Humanity. That's got to be a great story there.
Well, that is a great question. So I didn't grow up in Toronto. I actually grew up in a rural Ontario where the whole notion of community values and neighbors helping neighbors is really strong. It was certainly quite significant for my own family in some days when there was a real struggle to keep a farm together. And so fast forward to today, when the opportunity came up to combine a blend of business experience I have and public sector experience I have in bringing those notions of community helping communities together at Habitat, it was just such an attractive place to land.
And how long have you been with them for?
I've been there just a little less than 2 years.
Okay, fantastic. Now, maybe explain to us how it works, because there's still confusion out there.
Yeah, there is confusion. And I think one of the things that people get confused about with Habitat, they see us swinging the hammers. And first of all, they're not sure we're swinging hammers here in Canada and in the GTA. And we sure are. We're very active here, not just internationally. Okay. The second thing is, I think people don't realize that we don't give these homes away. So we actually sell these homes at full market value to hardworking low-income families. So this is an ownership model. And it's a hand up, not a hand out.
Okay, I like that. So it's not something that you're just giving. There is a process in place where they actually are buying the home.
Absolutely.
It's helping them to be able to do the move up.
Very creative financing, almost with a no money down concept. But I like the model because, you can't give forever because there's only limited resources.
That's right.
But if we can give a hand up, then our money's going to go that much further and your efforts are going to go that much further. So it's a brilliant model.
You're absolutely right, Simon. And back to the you can't give forever. The model is powerful because it's about breaking the cycle of poverty. So the families that come to us aren't looking for a hand up. They're hardworking families that have a dream for their future and believe that home ownership is part of how they'll achieve that. So as you said, we have structured a model that makes home ownership possible for these families.
Now, Ian, how does a family qualify? And then what role do they play during the process?
Sure. So there's three criteria we use. So first of all, of course, is need. and they're living in unsafe, unaffordable, crowded, unhealthy living conditions. And the reality in the GTA is 1 in 5 families are in some form of core housing need. So we have hundreds of families that come to us, and that leads to the next 2 criteria. The next one is they need to be able to pay a mortgage. So we structure the mortgages so they'll never have to pay more than 30% of their income, but they need to have had an ongoing demonstrated income so that they'll be able to pay a mortgage.
So you're using kind of like the same criteria that the bank would. They use a GDS of 30, 31, and the same criteria.
Yes. However, these are families that would not qualify for a bank mortgage. Their income is not high enough to qualify.
Or their credit maybe not as perfect as well as the banks would like as well?
We check credit records as well, but it may not be, they don't have equity. They don't have resources to back them up. So again, they're families that would not qualify for a bank mortgage, but they have demonstrated through years of employment that they have sufficient and constant income to be able to service a mortgage. Now that leads to the third criteria. The thing they more often than not don't have is they don't have money for a down payment.
Right.
Because they are struggling just to get by and raise their families. And so we help them overcome that hurdle through what we call sweat equity. So families are giving us 500 hours of their time swinging a hammer with other volunteers.
Brilliant.
Yeah, it is brilliant. And many families say, and they've learned a lot about how to maintain their homes once they own it from things they're learning on the site. So they're working on the site with other volunteers on their home and other people's homes. They're working in our restores. So those are the 3 things. It's need, it's ability to pay, and that willingness to be a partner with us to achieve their sweat equity down payment.
And they're a part of the process, which is fantastic. Now, if you're just tuning in, you're listening to the Real Estate Talk Show, and we have Ene Underwood, who's the CEO for Habitat for Humanity here in the GTA. And we're going to talk about the volunteer component, because now you've mentioned that the people that are getting the homes, of course, and they're not being given, they're actually going to be paying for these homes, but they have to put a little sweat equity in there. But what about volunteers? For those of us that want to help out and do more, how do we go about doing so?
Well, there's so many ways to get involved. And first of all, we encourage anyone that's thinking, it sounds cool, go to our website, habitatgta.ca, and learn more about us. People volunteer as individuals, so they can go straight to our website, go to the volunteer section and sign up. Okay. They also can volunteer with community groups, with their church, with their clubs, etc., or through their workplace. So we have lots of workplaces that come to us because not only does it feel good to volunteer, and not only do you learn things, it's a great way to build teams.
Absolutely.
So we have so many companies that come to us and say, we don't want to do a golf tournament. We don't want to, go do something else. We want to bring our teams together, take off our ties and our titles. It's great bonding.
Great idea.
Yeah.
It just strips everything down, doesn't it?
It does. It's the great, I call it the great equalizer, right? You're all together. It's not about your title. You're taking directions from a volunteer crew leader, and you're doing something really good.
You know what I love about it too, Simon? I mean, it really is an opportunity to learn something. I mean, that's something that you and we share a passion about. You can never, it really, there's appetite to want to learn more. And of course, being able to, take a hammer and get better at it, being able to understand how to get something nice, straight and plumb line, and having that opportunity of people that know what they're doing and you're learning from, it's fantastic. And then the camaraderie around it. I've yet to go to a site where I don't see incredible happiness and people just so enthused with what they're doing.
Yeah, it's fun because there's smiling faces whether it's a sunny day or a muddy day, because it all creates wonderful stories. Yeah. And you're right about the learning. That people come to us and often it's intimidating, right? Being on a build site. And so and we have a thing called Women Build that we do every year, because often women are intimidated, but I think we all know it's not just women, right? For many men haven't grown up with how to use power tools and how to, as you said, plumb line, etc.
I can learn too. I can show up at Women's Day too. It doesn't matter. Anytime.
Okay, so talk to us more about this Women Build, because Simon, you're definitely interested in that one.
I was going to ask a serious question is, what's the minimum age? I'd like to bring my sons one day.
That's an important question. So, and I think it's important here to say safety is absolutely critical for all of us. So the minimum age is 16 to be able to be on the build site. It's going to be a while
yet for them. Yeah.
All right, Ene, before we have to wrap up, let's talk quickly about the actual stores that are available where people can take their goods instead of throwing it away, because it costs money, right, Simon, to go to a dumpster. It costs
old
money.
Doors, appliances, fixtures. I mean, I've seen all kinds of stuff. I've gotten all kinds of great
It's not
deals
old.
there.
I mean, there's people that don't like the look of a home. It's brand new. Exactly.
Some of it's brand new, yeah.
So how's that working?
So these are our restores. And at restores, we sell new and gently used home renovation products, appliances, home furniture. And just as you said, these come to us sometimes through businesses and often through homeowners. And they're priced at 50 to 80% below what you'd buy them in the store. And there's so many great reasons for going to a restore. One is it's fun. The second thing with people that are donating, you're keeping them out of the environmental landfill sites. And all of the proceeds from the restores go to pay our administrative and fundraising costs. So what that means is when donors are donating money to Habitat for Humanity, all of that money is going to put people in homes.
Wow.
So the restores are just a critical part of our work. So
yeah, and you know what I loved, Ian, because when even the one near where I live, it was fantastic because I just had to send photos. And basically they said, yeah, we'll take it all. Even the floor, they were willing to come
and take it
they're
out.
Actually going to remove the stuff. So Simon, the cabinets, the floors, I mean, the doors, everything, they're willing to actually, carefully take it out because they said somebody will buy this.
Yeah, and this is a key thing for listeners to know is if you're thinking about, you're planning a renovation, call us, because if you're taking out your kitchen cupboards, you're taking out your bathroom, you're taking out windows, call us because we may well be able to, we go in with volunteers, we salvage them, and we'll give you a tax receipt for the value that we can sell them in the resale.
And you get rid of the cost that you would normally incur to pay somebody to remove
take
the
it
stuff
away.
and to pay for it to go to the dump.
And this does apply, by the way, for condos as well as homes, right?
Absolutely.
Single family. So it's very
Kitchens
important to
are
mention.
kitchens,
Yeah, no, that's great. Ian, we're going to have you back.
there's more to talk about,
proud
for
of
sure.
what you're doing. And we're very proud to be a part of it. So thank you. Great job.
Thank you so much for having me.
And let's remind everybody of your website one more time.
The website is www.habitatgta.ca.